Hi, welcome to Sava site. In this video, I'll show you how to use the basics of Kali Linux as an absolute beginner. Let's get started. The first and most basic thing that you need to learn in Kali Linux is using command terminal. You can access command terminal clicking on this icon here, and this is your command terminal. Okay, so the first command that I want you to learn is who am I. This command will help you to display your username. WHOAMI, and you can see here your username is Kali. Now likewise, another command that I want you to learn is hostname. This command will give you the name of the Kali Linux machine that you are using, and the command would be host name. You can see the name of the Kali Linux machine is also Kali. So the another command that I want you to learn is ifconfig command. This command will help you to know the IP address and many other network configuration of this Kali Linux machine. ifconfig. Okay, and yeah, we can see the IP address here, net mask, and many other things. For this information, you can also use different command, which is ipaddr. This to do the same thing and display the same information here. Okay, now the next command would be clear. This command will help you to clear your screen when your screen is full like this, or it becomes too messy. So the command is clear and the screen is clear. Now next command is man. This command will help you to know or give you the information about the command that you are not so sure about. Let's say you are not very familiar with ifconfig command. So to know more about this ifconfig command, you can use the command man to know more about that command. So man ifconfig. This will give you more information and how to use about the command ifconfig. And you can see here there are lots of information. If you're not sure about any command, then you can use this man command to see information about that command. Now I'll press Q to quit this screen. Okay, so the next command that I want you to learn is sudo command. Like any other operating system, Kali Linux or Linux also has administrative user, and this sudo command will help you to give administrative privileges. It will help you to change passwords or add users, install different programs, and many more. For now, I'll use this sudo command to demonstrate how to update this Kali Linux machine, and the command would be sudo apt update. Now it's asking me for the password. You can enter your machine's password here, and the update has begun. Okay, the machine is updated successfully. Now what I want you to learn is file navigation system of this Kali Linux machine, and the first command would be pwd. This command will print the working directory or will give you which directory you are working in right now. pwd. Okay, right now we are in user Kali directory here, and if you want to see what files or directories are in this directory, then you can use the command ls, and you can see here we've got bunch of directories in this user Kali directory. Now let's say there are some hidden files in this directory as well. If you want to see some hidden directories that are inside this directory, then you can use the command la. You can see there are many other directories and files as well inside this Kali user directory. And if you want to know which files or which directories are hidden, then all the directories and files that start with dot are hidden files and directories. Now, if you want to know more about these files and directories, then you can use the command la-l to see more information about these directories and files. You can see it here, the permissions this files and directories have and the date these files and directories were created. Now, the next command I want you to learn is cd. This command will help you to change the directory from one directory to other directory. Right now we are in user directory, as you've already seen before, and there are a bunch of directories here. Now let's say I want to go to documents directory. Now I can go there using the command cd space documents. Okay, enter, and now we are in documents directory. Let's see if there are any files or directories in this directory. ls, and we have got nothing in this directory. So what we'll do is we'll create a file in this directory, especially a text file in this directory, and you can do that by using the command touch, touch touch, and the name of the file that you want to create, file name.txt. This is the name of the file that I've chosen, and it's a text file. Okay, then the file has been created. Let's use ls command to see it, and there you go. You can see the file here, file name.txt. As we have not written anything in this file, we know that this file name.txt file is a blank text file. So what we'll do is we will use echo command to write texts in this text file, and you can do it this way: echo quotation mark and the text that you want to enter, and quotation mark again. After that you can enter the greater than sign and the name of the file where you want to put this text into, file name.txt. Okay, now I'll hit enter, and the text has been inserted in that file name.txt file. So let's see if the file has been inserted there. To see the content of that file, we will use the command cat file name.txt, and you can see the text that we just inserted before has been displayed here. And this is the way how you can display the content of a file. Now let's say that you want to copy this file to a different directory. How can we do that? We can do that by using the command cp, and the way you can do it is cp space name of the file that you want to copy, file name.txt. After that you will provide the path of the directory where you want to copy this file to. Let's say I want to copy this file to downloads directory, so I'll enter the path of this directory, which is /home/ Kali, which is the user directory. After that downloads, our final directory where you want to copy this file to. Now I will hit enter, and the file has been copied there. Now let's go to that downloads directory and see if the file is present there. But how do we get there? To get there, right now we are in documents directory, So we'll have to go to user directory first, and the way to go to user directory is using the command cd and nothing else. You can be in any directory. If you press cd, then you will be always brought to user directory. So I'll press cd and hit enter, and right now we are in user directory. ls, you can see the directories that are inside this user directory, and the directory that we wanted to go was to this downloads directory. So we will use cd downloads to go there. Oh, sorry, my spelling is wrong. cd downloads. Sorry, once again the spelling is mistake. cd downloads, downloads. Okay, we are in downloads directory right now. Let me use ls to see if the file has been copied here, and you can see the file name.txt has been copied here. Let's say that while you were copying the file, you didn't know the path of this documents directory. In that case, you can come to this downloads directory and use the command pwd to see the file path of this directory. pwd, and you can see the path here, which is home, Kali, and downloads. Now using this cp command, you can also duplicate the file and rename it. So what we'll do is I'll use this cp command to duplicate this file and rename it. And the way to do it is cp, name the file that you want to duplicate and rename it, file name .txt space, now the new name that you want to duplicate this file into. I'll just name it file1.txt. Okay, the file has been duplicated and renamed. Let's see, and you can see here file1.txt, which is the duplicated file, and renamed after filename.txt. So this is the way of doing it. And the next thing that we can do is to move this file. Just like copying the file from one directory to other directory, we will move this file from, let's say, downloads directory to desktop directory. So the command to do that would be mv, name of the file that you want to move, file1.txt. After that, the path of the directory where you want to copy this file to, the path of the directory where you want to move this file to, /home/kali/desktop. Okay, now hit enter, and the file has been moved to desktop directory. So let's go to desktop directory now. cd, this will take us to user directory, and after this we'll go to desktop directory, desktop. Okay, we are in desktop directory right now. Let's see if the file has been moved here. And yes, the file has been moved here. Now we've learned to move this file, copy this file, and create this file, insert text in this file. Now how do we delete this file? And the way of doing that is using the command rm. So let's delete this file, rm file1.txt, and the file has been deleted. Let's see, ls, yes, there is no file here. Now we learned how to create a file. So now let's learn how to create a directory. Right now we are in desktop directory, and if you see, there's no file or directory in this directory. So we will create a new directory here, and the command to do that is mkdir, name of the directory that you want to name it. I'll name it John. Okay, the new name of the directory that we are trying to create will be John. Okay, the directory has been created. Let's see. Yes, a new directory named John is present in this desktop directory. Now let's go inside this directory, cd John. Okay, now we are in this John directory, and now I want to go back to this user directory. And what I'm trying to do that is, there is other way of how you can go back to user directory. Before I showed it to you that you can use cd, and from any other directory you can directly go back to user directory. But now what I want to show to you that right now we are in John directory, so I want you to go back one step to the desktop directory, and you can do that by using the command cd space ... This command will take you one step back to the previous directory. There you go. And right now we are in desktop directory. Now again, if you use the same command, then you'll be taken back to the user directory, cd ... And yes, right now we are in Kali user directory. Now I want to show you different way of getting to a directory, and the way of doing that is by using the path of the directory that you want to go to. So instead of going from this user directory to this desktop directory, and from desktop directory to this John directory, we can directly go from user directory to John directory using the path of the John directory. And the way of doing that is cd path of the John directory, which is home / Kali / desktop / John. Hit enter, and right now we are in John directory. Now I want to delete this John directory, so I'll go one step back once again to this desktop directory, cd ls. This is a John directory, so I want to delete this directory, and the command to do that would be rmdir JOHN, the name of the directory that you want to delete. Okay, this command will work for now, but there is another case where this command will not work. For now, let me delete this directory, and the directory has been deleted. This command worked. There is no directory here. So I'll show you another case where this command will not work. So let me create this directory once again, mkdir John, and let's go to this directory. Okay, now I'll create a file in this directory, touch file3.txt. okay, in the directory that we just created, there is a file. Now if I try to delete this directory, then the command that I used before will not work. Command that I used before will only work if the directory is empty. So if the directory is not empty, then the command that I used before does not work. So let me try to delete this directory, cd ... Okay, this is the directory. Now I'll try to delete it with the same command that I used before, rmdir JOHN. You can see it's failed to remove the John directory because it is not empty. In that case, we will have to use different command, and that command would be rm-r and the name of the directory John, and the directory has been deleted. You can see there is no directory here. So these are the most basic things that you need to learn in Kali Linux. But there is one more thing that I want you to learn, and this will not be used every day, but it is I think very advantageous to know how to use this command, and that command is add user. What this command will basically help you to do is it will help you to add another user who can use this operating system or this Kali Linux machine. And to add a user, you need to have a pseudo privilege or super user privilege, and you will be able to add a new user to this machine. So let's do that, and the command is sudo add user and the name of the user John, let's say. Okay, now it's asking us for the password. You can enter your password here, and for that new user a new password. So I'll set password for this new user. Okay, retype your password. Okay, it's asking for the full name, but I'll just leave everything as default. I'll just hit enter, enter again, enter, enter, and enter. Is the information correct? Capital Y, shift Y. Yes. Okay. Now the new user has been created. Now how can I access this user, or how can I log into this machine as this user? You can do that by using the command su, which stands for switch user. Right now we are logged into this machine as a Kali user, but I want to switch it to John. So the command is su, which stands for switch user, and the name of the user that you want to switch it to, John. Okay, it's asking us for the password, which is the password that we set up earlier. Hit enter, and then you are inside this machine as John right now. As this user is very new, there are no files, no directories, and just like we did it earlier in the Kali user, you can create a directory or create a file, a move a file, and everything that you can do it here, just like you did it earlier in that Kali user. Now to exit this user, you can use the command exit, exit. So that's it for today. If you found this video helpful, then please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back with more videos. Thank you.